And Wriggle's Lantern is the best item for any jungler. There are very few junglers who don't get it. I think only ones that can really come off the top of my head would be a Mumu, who doesn't jungle too often. I don't see him jungling too often, but that could be because he usually gets banned in ranked. Um, and Warwick doesn't really generally trade in for Wriggle's Lantern if he's doing good. If he's doing good, he usually saves the Razors for Blood Razor because it just works so well with him offensively. So I waited in base a little while. I don't remember why I did that. I might have just ran up and got some soda or something like that. But basically, got my Wriggle's Lantern, got my boots, got my Sapphire Crystal for some early mana, and I'm gonna build that toward a Sheen because Trinity Force is just amazing on Gangplank. I see some people rushing things like Executioner's Calling, and which, in case you guys didn't know, that's let's see, it is this item right here. 18% lifesteal, 15% critical chance, and then it's got a pretty cool passive, 4 damage per second for 8 seconds. So I mean, you can harass pretty well with it, and then the active is really nice, but we're not playing against anyone that active would really do too well against. I guess maybe Singed if he goes regen. Um, but that's for an older build called Critplank, and basically you're going for massive criticals on Parlay, and you get like Infinity Edge. Some people get Executioner's Calling. You get the Phantom Dancer. I don't think that's actually the best Gangplank build. I think the Trinity Force is a lot more reliable because one, it's a guaranteed that you're going to get that 150% extra base damage on your Parlay, and because you also get all those other extra stats with it. Like the 150% is just an upgraded Sheen, but you also get the upgraded Zeal on it, so you get extra movement speed, which is really nice. You get extra attack speed, which is nice for jungling, and if you do happen to melee, movement speed is really good for chasing. And the possibility slow is nice for if you don't have red buff, you hit him once, and you're gonna use your passive slow on it. And if you hit him, if you keep hitting him, you might get that phage proc off. So as you can see here, I tower dive, probably not my smartest move, but I make it out of there. And we're actually chasing down Tryndamere here. I knew he already used his ult, so I decided to dive once more, hit him with the parlay, and just roast him. So level 8, I finally put a point and remove Scurvy because I noticed this is actually when I'm going to actually start being in fights rather than ganks. And remove Scurvy is just incredibly good. So like right here, I used Raise Morale to get away, and I think I popped Remove Scurvy just for the heal there because as you can see, I would think I was hit by poison, so I used it to get rid of the poison, but I got hit by some more poison. But I actually think that it probably wouldn't have killed me, but it definitely kept my health from getting too low. So like I was saying with the Trinity Force, it's got all those stats built into it, which are really nice. You get health, and I pop a ultimate down there, and it scares off Ashe, which is really nice. Because she was probably afraid that I was about to jump down there, which is a little unreasonable since it was so clear that I was top. And so right here, I'm freaking out, and boom, I just stayed in that bush. Raise morale and run out of there. And 1 second, sorry, my mic just cut out on me. I don't know if it cut out on the video. If it did, I apologize. I'm going for just one playthrough with this because I'm trying to get videos up more frequently because my computer is not a very fast computer. It's not a bad computer. I can play LOL, which, I mean, that's all I really need to do right now, and I play a bunch of indie games on it. But okay, so I think my mic's working now. Um, Anyway, I kind of forgot what I was saying, but I fired my ult down there, and so as you can see, I got my Sheen, and instead of going for straight Trinity Force first, I actually got cooldown boots, which if you saw in my previous video, it does really good for the beginning, but I wouldn't actually recommend going for cooldown boots right away. They are probably the second best boost you can get on Gangplank, but I do definitely recommend Merc Treads because he definitely needs some survivability because you can't kill anyone if you are dead. So I pop the ultimate in here and realize that I'm about to die. So I get out of there again, barely. And again, I would have been helped by some Merc Treads there, but I mean, I guess the cooldown boots also did fine. So I decided to recall because my health's really low and I don't really want to risk regenning with lifesteal even. And what I should have done there is warded Dragon again because I don't think we've gotten Dragon yet. And Ashes, the cannonballs weren't hitting her, but I mean, we've got it on video. I'm pretty dang sure it hit her. So almost 15 minutes in the game, and I'm 6-0-1, so things are looking pretty good for me. And with those almost 3 really low health scenarios that I've gotten away with, I decide to go build my Ruby Crystal right away to start building toward that phage. So with my build order, I generally go, you get the lantern first, then you have your tier 1 boots, then you get your Sheen, and you build it into a Trinity Force. Usually I need some more survivability, so I'll usually go Sheen, Phage, Zeal, Trinity Force. And so right here I see my teammates need some help, so I decided to go in on Ashe, and I'm just like really, really hurting Ashe, and Malphite's coming to the rescue, but I'm really sure I can just pick him off. So I get the Ashe, get Tower Dove, and I actually thought the Ashe was worth more than Malphite because, I mean, Malphite's a tank, and I might not have even been able to kill him because if you look, Malphite's got a chain vest and cloth armor, so that's an extra 60-something armor, and so that's really nice. So look at this, Godlike from free farming top GP. Yep, Def wasn't jungling. I mean, this Ashe, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I recommend building pretty similar to how I'm building. I see a lot of people go crit plank, and you really shouldn't do that. And looking back, I think she actually meant because I got that double kill. Yeah, I guess that's what she's saying. But this video's maybe a week old or something like that. But I didn't put it up because I already had a Gangplank video so soon. But I mean, it's really easy for me to get Gangplank gameplays because he's, I want to say, my best character, but I think he's really not that hard of a character to play. I actually don't know where I just fired my ult. I might have just used it to, I actually don't know. So I use Raise Morale to get out of there because it's a 1v3 fight, and I see Kevin just kind of come in to run distraction, and Singe thinks he's in the bush, I think, but he's not. And he flashes in, tries to attack, and I see Kevin is just diving, and I'm decide, okay, fine, I need to get in there. So we pick off Ashe, we pick off Malzahar, we pick off Singe, and now it's a 3v1 on Malphite, and we pick off Malphite too for the 4 for nothing. almost a ace, but Tryndamere was actually up top, and he's about to push this tower, actually. So we decide, you know what, he's going to push that tower, let's push this tower, and we can just trade tower for tower. However, Rammus decides, no way, Tryndamere, you ain't getting that tower, so he teleports up top, and we save that tower, and we get a tower, and that's really, really nice. So as you can see, if you get a lot of ganks early, you really don't have any problem with gold on Gangplank. Reasons I like jungle Gangplank more than laning Gangplank. I guess lane plank. That's kind of cheesy, but people always come up with these really just really bad nicknames like Lanewick. It's like, okay, so you're not a jungling Warwick, so you have to change your name from Warwick to Lanewick. But I guess it's just kind of helps give a quick explanation as to what you're doing. You should be like, oh, I'm Lanewick. Be like, oh, okay, well, we need a different jungler. So, like I said, what I was saying is I like jungling Gangplank better than laning Gangplank because early game he can be harassed really easy. And yeah, he can harass with his parlay, but there comes a predicament where do you want to harass with parlay or do you want to last hit with parlay, which you should be doing because you get that extra gold, which it was nerfed. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 now rather than up to like 16. It was ridiculous. But But the thing is, you can either last hit with it or you can harass with it. And due to his low mana pool, you can't do both. So what ends up happening is if you harass, you don't get any last hits, so you don't end up getting any gold. Like you don't farm, and then you're just end up sucking. So, but if you don't harass, then they're just gonna harass you. So I think jungling's just a lot easier. So we have a little team fight here, and we end up picking off Malphite, who's their tank, and then we pick off Singed, who is somewhat tanking, and so kind of odd. We pick off the two tanks, and then we tower dive for the Ashe, even into a fortified tower, but we figured it was okay because we all four of us had pretty good health. So we pick off another three, and Tryndamere, I think he hasn't really been in many of the fights so far, and Mouse has just been kind of dying, and he's over here somewhere. And okay, I'm getting really cocky here, and I don't really recommend this, guys, but I'm kind of talking a little crap. I say in before surrender at 20. I know I personally get really frustrated when the enemy team kind of talks shit and you're trying your hardest. So I mean, I kind of feel bad for saying something like that, but I mean, it's a game. People really shouldn't sweat things you say, and sometimes you kind of need to take pride in how you're doing.